I love that shit, bro. What is happening, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
We are coming at you from the GGCO studio. Boom.
Well, we're in transit.
Look at that. We went from freaking nobodies to we are just riding high. It's amazing what a few $100 will get you these days.
What a facility. What a facility. Yeah. Yeah.
And look at it, check out the van. We got our van rocking and rolling. I got the samurai internal samurai van action going on. What do you got going? What do you call that?
This is the typical inside of a van, I think, right? This is what all vans look like inside.
Like nerd biscuits, fucking you got chemicals and shit. You're like a scientist / like tech dude. Surveillance. Yeah. You're like doing surveillance on the surveillance state, it looks like.
Yeah, this van has got a bunch of apparatus that helps you avoid any issues of traveling with drugs. You just, when you get there, then you make the drugs, and it's got everything here. So
you got freshly made drugs,
right.
None of this cutting shit, no middlemen. You're the fucking van. You are the ice cream truck.
It's got a loophole, artistically painted on the side of it. That's the name of this van. It's the loophole.
What's happening, everybody? And if you can at all during this simulcast, come over to the GGCO Studio YouTube channel. There'll be some perks. It'll be worth it. And if you haven't, sub, hit your notifications. We haven't been super active on there, but the day is coming where it'll be a lot more active over on the YouTube and then eventually TikTok and some of the other socials that we're going to get involved with some of the projects that we got. But for those of you that have been on the website, thank you. We appreciate the support, but we hope that you're also having a heck of a lot of fun with the arcade and some of the features that Biscuits has added to it. He's improving it incrementally in some ways, and then some is just like, blow. I asked for word games and I asked for a word game, and I think now there's like 4 or 5. So I hit those on a rig. If I get into Podesteroids, man, I'm gonna spend hours. So like I'm choosing my time wisely on that one, but I will challenge Boo Boo for that top spot eventually. But welcome, everybody. What do you got on that, Biscuits, on the Podesteroids?
My score, or are you saying? I mean, I have to hold back. I don't want to be.
I'll get sucked in.
And sometimes, like with the word games, I really enjoyed them. But then sometimes, like because I built all of it, I had to do validation review on a lot of the puzzles in order to get all the clues and things right. So sometimes I'll see a puzzle and I'm like, oh, I already know this one, because I specifically validated this particular one. So I got to hold back because I don't want people to think that I'm competing unfairly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it would be a little bit unfairly. I feel like sometimes when I'm like doing the word games, I'm like, this is like fucking Biscuits level. I want the Boomasan fucking level. Like we need, how you play games and you like got insane mode, and then you got the like average, or I don't know what they call it anymore because they don't really call it average anymore because I don't want you to sound like a pussy. Where they got like the medium fucking rung, and then they got the noob levels.
I thought
like the medium,
I felt like I wanted the crosswords to be bigger and longer. Like I've still got plans to have like a Sunday crossword that's like 7 letters instead of just the 5. But it's crossword puzzles are interesting, like the clue database and stuff, and the word database and the crossing of them. It's a complicated puzzle to make, and an even more complicated one to make a very large corpus of boards. You know what I mean? So. But I did make several years worth of those and all of the other word games that are on there. So all those dailies are stocked up for a couple of years. Oh, you're going to zoom
You guys
in.
notice? You can notice a little something about it. What we got going on here too. You can see the biscuits a little more. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I have a
I
light
got
here.
them finally to upgrade. Little light action. Podcasting. I don't know what style. Yeah, I can't remember what style it is, but there's all kinds now, man. It's like you had the O-rings and stuff like that, which sounds kind of weird. But like you had like the one that you put the phone in. You have all these different kinds that are out there now. Now there's just like everything else. There's podcasting world. Everybody's online. And so what's up, Jackie? It's good to see you. What's up, D Menace? But anyways, Biscuits did upgrade, and we are rocking that. Did you finally get your this is some kind of Scooby-Doo van, right?
Yeah, it's a moving van. We're moving, we're moving
Right.
into the new studio.
As you guys saw on the thumbnail, we're officially we packed up the last on the Digital Dojo show. Now there'll be aspects of that we obviously carry forward because that was a staple for a lot of the crew that enjoyed that. So you'll get a little taste of some of that action, both here and on the website eventually. We'll just leave it at that for now. But now we moved on to high rollers, man. We're just going straight from like.
Look at this old saloon across the street in the background in between us and the city. Like what's going on over there's like
I think a lot of this is like it's like movie sets.
Yeah.
So like if you look behind the van in the thumbnail, there's a bunch of different sets, like city set and like different kind of stuff that we're going to do here at GG Co Studio.
Oh, we got the whole lot.
We got the whole lot, so that we got the production value in order to put up. If we want a country western, you got the saloon. If you want to go modern city or maybe go into the future, dystopian future kind of setting, I think we got that set. We can make it happen. We'll put our workers to work and they will build that set. That's how we roll now.
And what's our disaster preparedness plan here at the new studio? Do we have a bunker or anything like that?
We may or may not have an undisclosed bunker. Don't tell anyone. Right. You're all invited if you can find the door. And then when you get to the door, we have ways of figuring out whether or not we're actually going to let you in or if we're just going to put you out of your misery.
Oh. Wow.
Or send you right into some of the future projects that we have. Maybe you'll be hopping some icebergs or something, you know what I'm saying? Post-apocalyptic situations that people might find themselves in later on in the arcade and some of the games that are in the works.
Or just in the streets, post-apocalyptic we could go post-apocalyptic at any moment. That's what I've heard.
Right. And well, there are a lot of people that we would be actually doing them a favor. It may sound harsh, but putting you out of your misery might be the best thing for you and everyone in that kind of a scenario. But for now, you're welcome to join us live here at GG Co Studio. You're welcome.
That's borderline. You can say that, but you can't cross into another congressional district after saying something like that. There's like a 90-day timer on when you can speak angrily, and then cross those lines.
Don't do it in New York, especially. Apparently,
right. I wouldn't do anything in New York other than leave. Right. But I suppose it is a whole state full of alleged Americans, so I should be less.
Alleged Americans. Oh man, you're gonna get it for that one.
Look, New York shares a border with Canada that has Chinese tunnels underneath it. I can assure you, I mean, there's apparently a direct line in between Puerto Rico and New York, although Puerto Rico is technically America or something. I don't really understand that anymore, but there's a lot of weird ways to get into New York. Tunnels. I mean, in New York State, tunnels. And then New York City, those other tunnels. You know the ones.
I know the ones. How do you know about the Puerto Rico tunnel?
Well, I think it's common knowledge that there are wormholes on the face of the earth, like the one in between Mogadishu and Minnesota. That's a wormhole, free travel. The one in between, there used to be one in between Cuba and Miami. But I think that one's just full now, or maybe it's closed. I'm not sure. But that one makes, I guess, the most sense. And then, of course, Puerto Rico and New York. I don't know, Hong Kong, China, and Seattle by way of Canada. There's a lot of weird portals in the United States of America that lead to odd other countries.
The Doom Edition. No, man.
Right.
There ain't no Doom Edition. We're doing good. You know, there ain't nothing to
No,
fear, man.
Doom was a game about portals.
Yes.
That was, they opened up a portal to hell, or a hell dimension.
Right. And if anybody does question the tunnels, then Aaron here is rightly pointing out Denver Airport is just the art alone in that.
Oh, yeah.
I think they changed some of it because people have called out certain things. But I don't know. If you've been through the Denver airport, let me know what the current status is on those murals because they are creepy as fuck.
Yeah,
I can't believe
Denver
people
Airport.
just went by them. And they're just, I guess you're just fucking dead to the world, man, because you're just busy focused on whatever it is you're focused on in the world. Everybody's in their fucking phone while they're going by a fucking, depiction of like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
I feel like Denver's got a weird energy as a city. Although I hate cold weather, and the only times I've ever been there, it was fucking frigid.
Right.
And they had a lot of homeless people, and I was like, "What? Why would anybody choose to be homeless here?"
I know. Where do they go in the winter?
They had like this. There was a space in the city where there was like a fence, and there was just blankets and tarps and stuff all over the fence.
That's what they do, like in Philadelphia and stuff too. It gets cold as fuck there too, and they have like their own, like they're burning everything. I don't even know where they're getting this shit to burn, but they got shit to burn, and they have like a whole fucking like village.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I guess I can kind of understand now. You could just get made homeless in this country. And no, you would never be able to really explain to anybody in a way that would matter to them what happened. You just end up looking crazy. I suppose I spent some portion of my life thinking that homeless people were, like, get a job. But I feel pretty much like an asshole about that now, having come to understand that, like, get a job can just be switched off. You know what I mean? Like, you could just be you piss off the wrong people and institutions, and basically, like, your utility just goes to zero all of a sudden in society. And there's no recovering from it. Like, you're just non grata.
Maybe it's some people that work in like big industry and saw the writing on the wall and were like, you know what, I might as well get used to this kind of lifestyle because that's what's headed this way for a lot of people.
Well, I think, if a lot of them, a lot of people obviously have like drug problems, things like that, and that's a huge contributor. But I do feel like there's got to be some portion of the homeless populations that's just like, yeah, this shit is stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing any of this stuff. But
any of this shit.
I can get by like this, And frankly, I not to diminish the gravity of the situation for people that are in it, but being homeless, I guess, in the United States of America is probably better than being homeless in other countries in the world, some other countries, and certainly better than being like average at some periods of time throughout history. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I guess maybe I could see where, I could definitely, I think I'd maybe rather go to prison. I don't know.
I know, at least they feed you, keep you semi-warm.
It's a tough choice between being homeless and prison, I think, because I guess homeless is probably better, but they'll just try to like rustle you up and put you in prison.
I guess it's an option. It's always an option.
What
if you want to sell that booty hole.
Do people do those things? And I think that's not the order that usually happens then, right? You don't win money and then be like, all right.
You win money. It's like, get some of this rich ass booty.
Yeah. I'm up. Now y'all know what time it is.
Yeah. You sell that booty, get some money, and then maybe you win big and change your life. Is that the hope? They're going to sell that booty, but it'll be the last time. Every time's the last time because the next time you're going to be a winner in that fucking whatever game you play. It's a slot machines. You rolling them dice. You hitting them cards. So there. In some places it is illegal. When I worked in Cannon Beach on the coast of Oregon, they would just pick you up and move you to farther north.
Yeah.
They don't want those riffraff around their high-end fucking tourists.
There was like a few years back in Tampa, Florida, which is like, you know, just sort of across the bay from St. Pete, Florida. And I think it was the mayor of Tampa that started some program, you know, or whatever, and they were going to like not round them up, but they were offering this program to the homeless people, which I guess were becoming a problem around the downtown area. And they ostensibly, or I think they maybe even overtly told them, like, hey, we're going to set you guys up in this new facility, a new program, you know, get you whatever, a bunch of assistants and whatnot. And they got them all on buses and literally just dropped them off down at the Tropicana Stadium in St. Pete. And it's just like, see you later. Drove back over.
Tricked them?
Yeah. Just dumped them on the city. Just dumped them on the city next door.
Yeah, like Joanne's talking about in California, when Xi Jinping, I think it was Xi Jinping visited, they all of a sudden just cleaned up all the fucking homeless that had been shitting on the freaking corners of the street and in the plants and all that stuff. All of a sudden, magically, all of the homeless people were just gone for a time.
That's classic North Korea stuff right there.
Right. And people still don't really know where everybody went. Did they like, are those ones like gone? Or did they like,
but you know, it's funny. Like I say that I'm talking about this right now, and I sound kind of like an asshole. I think because I'm like, oh, it's probably better to be homeless in America than some other country. Now I'm thinking about it, it's fucking exactly the same. Like America is a third world country in some places. You know what I mean? Which is fucking tragic. You know, I mean, like Kensington, Philadelphia, like that's a fucking third world country, dude. I mean, life there, I guess, is probably not much different than some other country. But we don't have any excuse for allowing that type of stuff to happen, though.
Yeah, we shouldn't, but we're sending all of our money to places like Ukraine and giving it to the military industrial complex.
Yeah, I hate the CIA so much. I was, you know, we put like a lot of the. Well, we'll get to the show stuff a little bit later. Maybe I'll just hold that for later. I'll just hold it.
All right, because we do got a little show going on for you. We got a little hybrid of what we were doing and then moving to GGCo, but we know some of you just absolutely love. We still got a little long action for you. We still got a little wheel action for you. We got some fun and games in store, but we're also here just to chat and have a hangout session. Everybody's welcome. And I don't see nearly enough over on the GGCo studio side of things, but I understand people go to the same seat when they go into, you know, your classroom, or you go to the wherever it is you go. You just keep going to the same place. That's where you're comfortable. That's where your friends are. I get it, but we've got to help build this thing.
Yeah. We need to get we've got to get the numbers up to prove to YouTube that we're humans.
Exactly.
YouTube's very discerning about, you know, letting any weird inhuman AI content onto the platform. So we got to really prove to everybody that we're not AI.
Right.
Get those numbers up, and we'll get treated like people again.
Exactly. I appreciate.
Well, Dorian will get
sites, but we gotta get this thing to other levels and see where we can take it. But I hope people are excited. I got 2 gong wheels showing up. I gotta make sure I got the right one.
Yeah, you got a multi-gong package that.
Check this bad boy out. So if you guys have not been on the website, there's a game, and I was telling him, like, because when he showed off the arcade, there was a game that was named Podesteroids, and like literally, like what, within a day or two, you had this fucking thing rolling. And
well, I'd already
go ahead.
I already had built Asteroids, to be clear. So it was just reskinning the Asteroids game with the pizzas and whatnot, because I was trying, like, all of these games that are on that website. I mean, these are like very simple games, you know, in my opinion.
This one doesn't seem that simple. I mean, I'm not talking about gameplay, but like to even put up the physics of it.
Oh no! I mean, dude, they did it on the Atari. I mean, it's 8-bit. There's nothing to it. But all of them, you know, building them where they work on a phone and on the desktop or on the browser or whatever, that's where like some of the nuance and stuff comes in. And each of these games has been like, I'm trying to build games that are simple in some cases because I need to validate one specific layer of this whole sort of ecosystem, so that, I think people will start to see that the games and the stuff that's going to be coming out, over the next months and so on, are going to be increasingly complex.
Yes.
And hopefully, more fun and more opportunities for funny and interesting content.
It's gonna be sick. We've talked about some things, and there'll be games, where you're leveling up and then all that kind of stuff. I don't want to get into too many specifics because that'll come along the way, but we do have a wheel here, so let's go ahead and spin this bad boy and see what happens. We got some stuff going on. Yeah. Nice. You put the fucking gong wave right onto it. It hurts.
This well, we should just do it.
Oh God.
This is gonna make you mad, dude. I mean, I apologize in advance for this, everybody.
Right, but we got to check this out, and there'll be plenty to talk about here, because the old Hunter Biden is like I don't know, man. As I don't understand what's going on in the world, and Biscuits and I were talking about this just behind the scenes. We have maybe different ideas of it, but there's no one that really fucking knows. But Hunter Biden is all of a sudden like he's back out there, and he's like, now he's trying to come center with Nick Fuentes here. Anyways, we'll see what part of this it is. But who else is this? It's Hunter Biden, Nick Fuentes, and who's the other douche?
Well, that's the guy who does this channel. I don't know what this Channel 5 YouTube. I guess it's a pretty big. So it's probably just some other Mossad or CIA type guy.
Well, let's check this out. If he's hanging out with these guys, then fuck him. Just on that premise alone.
Unbelievable, man.
Let's see.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point.
Nick, I can think of about 4 things that I really wish you would take back right now.
Like what?
The cookies in the oven.
It takes 1 hour to cook a batch of cookies, and you have 15 ovens, probably in 4 different kitchens, right? Doing 24 hours a day, every day for 5 years. How long would it take you to make 6 million? I don't know. It certainly wouldn't be 5 years, right? The math doesn't seem to add up there.
Well, that's a joke.
But it's not, Nick. My wife is Jewish. My son is Jewish. No, Nick. I promise you. Don't get mad.
I'm not mad.
Okay,
it's
I know. But you got to understand how incredibly, whether it's a joke or not, it's a lived experience passed down from generation to generation, whether or not, and by the way, not just from the Holocaust, not just from 1939 on, 2,000 years of history, okay? Forget about Israeli politics and Netanyahu, because I think we agree about Bibi Netanyahu. I'm positive we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I've listened to you talk about it. But you got to understand. Look at me, man.
I see.
It hurts. It hurts.
Does it?
Nick, I promise you it does. When you compare my wife's family to cookies going to an oven, it hurts. And you got to understand that. And by the way, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
And I believe that you do know that.
See, that's where you lose me. That's where you lose me.
Okay, Nick. Okay, I'm telling you.
Well, listen, are we here to talk, or are you here to lecture me and preach?
Okay, no,
to
you're
me?
right. Let me listen.
Okay.
No, so you're right.
So
You're right.
this is
Okay.
the thing, because, and I think this is a disconnect. I think that the left and even people on the right, they're losing the young people. Why do people love me? Not in spite of, but because of the outrageous things that I say. Not in spite of, but because I say offensive things. Because I, let's say, drop the N-word on a video or something. It's because people are sick of the preachiness, the
Nick.
lecturing.
Okay, I'll listen
They
to what
really
you
are.
say. But Nick, I disagree. I think that you're appealing to the lowest common denominator of thought. If you're hating on the people that they think are the reason for their suffering, then you must be on their side. I don't think that you believe that about the Holocaust. I think you think the Holocaust did happen. But forget about whether or not you think that it is used politically in a way that is obtuse and wrong. But I think that you do believe that. And I think that you have to. Like, what's your cultural heritage?
I'm Italian, Mexican, and Irish.
Nick.
He's Italian, Mexican, and Irish. All right. There's so many things. I mean, I know you probably got plenty to say with this because you set this up.
Well,
first, I just want to say, having not seen this, and I'd seen clips of it, not this part of it. then you get it. We'll get into the ooze and all that kind of stuff if we want to talk about whatever. But Hunter Biden, first off, and only what I want to say really before I just hand it over to you to talk about whatever it is you wanted to get out of this. Hunter Biden is in no position at any point ever for the rest of all eternity to ever have any ethical, moral, or any kind of input on anything important in life. Let's just make sure that's clear, that he has no standing, or, it's free country. I get that. I mean, is it? Anyways, he shouldn't be able to even have an opinion that anybody gives a fuck about.
Well,
That's
that's one opinion. Let me give you let me play devil's advocate here in the most literal sense.
Oh dear Lord.
Hunter Biden may have the best perspective on the American justice system of anybody on earth, because let me assure you that he is absolutely unequivocally above the law. There is nobody else in this country that stands that sits at a better point of view to look down upon justice and explain what's really going on to everybody else, because he absolutely is fucking above the law. Now, I saw that this came up in my YouTube feed, I assume for spite and to damage me emotionally. And I clicked on it. It's like 3 and some hours long. And the moment that I heard Hunter Biden's voice, I knew I can never listen to this.
That whole interview is that long?
Yes. The only reason that I actually found and watched that short was because after having clicked on and closed the full interview in disgust, obviously it started feeding me more of this in my feed, and that came up in the shorts. And I was like, well, I'll listen to it. And of course, immediately I was like, I had the same reaction you did. Like it fills me with a palpable rage to hear Hunter Biden even speaking. I mean, he should have been hanged in 2017 for treason, right? But so to even hear him speaking is offensive. And the irony of him, a person whose existence is offensive to every citizen of the constitutional republic of the United States of America, to say these words, that this guy is not even white. Nick Fuentes is a minority himself. So like you know what I mean? He should be allowed to be racist against whoever the fuck.
Oh no, there we go. Biscuits, your shit's fucking cutting out. Nick Fuentes, Mexican. I didn't know that I guess Fuentes, I guess. What did he say? Italian and something else. But now Hunter Biden's gonna come in and defend his Jewish wife, who he's been nothing but respectful to. Probably never, ever would ever even think about cheating on her. And now Biscuits is falling out. We'll see if he comes back. Oh, he's back! Yes. Yeah, dude. You can't touch anything on that computer. So like the whole what you see back here, our whole fucking thing is surviving on this computer that can hardly get through a live stream right now. But the lighting is better. Even when you froze, you looked beautiful.
Thank you. I feel beautiful. Truly. But yeah,
I don't know where were you at? You were saying
I think I'm not allowed to talk about it
because he's a minority, and then I think it went bloop.
That was enough of that as far as YouTube's concerned, I guess. Hold it right there. Well, I guess I would just say I'd like to have Hunter Biden, pontificating on moral questions with respect to what is and isn't offensive when someone says it on behalf of his wife, although he is wearing that Kabbalah bracelet on his wrist. And he does, chant.
I didn't even notice that. Was he wearing that shit in that?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, were they all wearing it, or was it who was wearing it?
Hunter, at least. I don't know.
Right. He's.
I mean, Fuentes is inhabiting the body of an actual goblin, so you don't really need any more evidence with respect to him.
Right.
I mean, he's been a known fed and weirdo for a long time.
And now he's an artist. He's a political commentator. He's becoming a pundit, and it shows up on podcasts and has important things to tell the world about,
Well, he did.
travesties of the Trump administration and
Right.
the world, and the things that conservative podcasters have said about him and other things over the years, because it's just unjustified,
The Hunter Biden arc, as I see it, right, it's basically just, I mean, he was degenerate, for a long time. And then it made his brother so sad that Hunter was such a crackhead degenerate that his brother just died. And that caused Hunter Biden, he soaked up all of his brother's power and was able to smoke even more crack than before. And then he was able to utilize all of that extra crack smoking power to go around and sell, the United States off on behalf of his father. He was a lawyer. And that's how he got street smarts, was all the crack and the treason. And then he had to ratchet down once he got his teeth replaced. He got those veneers, and he had to take care of those, had to chill out, paint for a while, do some artistic shit, gain wisdom on top of the street smarts, and empathy, which he now has thanks to his Jewish wife. And now he is ready to lead the nation, I guess. Right?
Oh my gosh. What is this, like a ordered bride or something? I'm going to pull up a picture here. I had actually never seen her. I don't take this seriously, but of course, because I mean, it should be obvious to everybody here and anybody that tunes into this, and you've even stuck around for part of this, it should be obvious why I don't take anything seriously as far as like him even having a wife. It's just retarded, but this is apparently her. And that's some years ago. So how long have they technically arguably been together? Because this is more like what he's looking like now. This is older. He's looking like the Tales from the Crypt dude, and he's looking more like Joe, like all the time.
He probably was Joe. That was probably who was playing Joe.
Yes, that could be the very case too. So here's another thing. So I'm putting some stuff out over on my stuff, whatever. Everybody's attacking me. You think Biden took office, blah, blah, blah. I don't fucking know. All I know is that a representative they called Joe Biden still took office for 4 fucking years. And nobody's corrected that. Nobody's challenged that. Even if Trump says he's challenging it, he's not really doing it. So anyways, attack me all I want. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that Joe Biden character, because I thought he was fucking dead. Very well could be dead. That could have been fucking Hunter Biden playing him. All these things are possible. I'm open to that. All I know is the representative of the corporation that is Joe Biden, after all the deals that he made with other countries, still exists in some shape or form or mask or fucking clone or fucking cyborg, whatever the heck it is. And it loves ice cream for some reason. They always make sure that fucking thing loves ice cream. I don't know. And I police a lot of the conservative side. But when I see Hunter Biden, that's who really inflates me. When I hear Paul Pelosi once again getting in fucking trouble for like drinking and driving and hitting somebody, hit and run and all that kind of shit, those people I fucking have so much disdain for. I can't stand Nick Fuentes, and then Nick seems to wear it as a badge of honor that he gets to say the most inflammatory shit, and people just love him for it. Is he just one of those things that's a train wreck that people do tune into because they don't care about truth or reality anymore? They just want to hear the most absurd shit anymore. Is that it?
He's just some fed dude. I mean, I don't even know this guy. I don't even. That guy's been sort of I don't know. I don't even care about that dude. I don't even want to talk about him really. I don't really know much about him. The thing I was, yeah,
me neither.
Yeah,
I just see him every once in a while, and as soon as I see him, I'm like,
it's just like gives me Junior.
He was friends. He was friends at a time. So if you know anything about Ali Akbar, I think is his technical name, changed to Ali Alexander or some shit. I don't know. He was hooking up with when he was doing Stop the Steal with Alex Jones over the time of J6. I think he did get in some trouble, but he was coming into conservative media, and he's another rat-faced, semi-connected to Hollywood people, but he's not really a big deal, but all of a sudden being pushed out there on the conservative side. Alex Jones helping him. and got in some trouble during the J6 period, and then he fucking disappeared off the fucking map. So he was friends with Nick Fuentes, and they both look like the P word, Edo. You know what I'm saying? Fucking weirdos, man. All of them. They are what they are. I don't know. Is this what you're talking about, Coley? I don't know. That seems like you said she had go-go boots, so maybe somewhere. I don't care. That's enough of that crazy situation.
I was frozen up for that entire time, so I didn't.
You were probably all right with it. All I was saying is that Nick Fuentes has connections to Ali Alexander, and he was part of the Stop the Steal, and he's a weasel face looking fool and acting like it's conservative for a time. And Alex Jones helped pump him up, and now he's gone. So,
well, he's dead to me, like all the rest of them from that whole era.
Yeah, and who's that really gay dude, the P guy, who was really big in freaking conservative politics for a while, and then he got in some trouble or whatever. But he was saying that they're all the conservative people are F maggots. I don't want to get in trouble right now.
Yeah.
As we're just kicking off our GG Co studio, we could rock.
I think that was. I'm pretty sure that was the last thing Lindsey Graham said. All Republicans are gay, and then that was it.
Including him.
Last words. That was Was
he really gay, or was he a female to male?
I don't know. I can't tell. His last words. I have it on high authority. That was his last. Those were his last words. All Republicans are gay. And that was it.
That's what. Hey, it's on the internet. It must be real.
I know. Played, well, they didn't even play it. They said Hava Nagila just played, and they don't even know where it was coming from. It came out.
What was playing?
Hava Nagila.
I don't know that. That's some
it's
gay stuff, huh?
Yeah, you should. It's a Israeli song.
Oh, yeah, that would be what they would play.
Right. Well, nobody played it. It just played.
It just played out of the fucking ether.
The air around him resonated with that song. That's
Lindsey Graham, folks. McCain era in decades in American politics. Just a lovely guy that loved people and wanted nothing but good for the world. And that meant murdering lots of people that he thought were
a part-time resident of the state of South Carolina, a full-time representative of the state of Israel.
Rest in pieces. Oh, shit. The arcade, baby.
They kept Joe Biden going for so long. And they just let Lindsey go. I mean, it's cold. It's cold.
It's fucking cold, bro. All right, so we're going to the arcade. You fucking all set to enter the arcade and play some games?
I can't enter the arcade. You guys, if I open up the arcade,
yeah, you don't fucking touch anything on that end, or else.
Yeah, I
just don't fucking hear from you.
Yes, I had to close the chat and everything.
Oh man, it's a fun dance. Wedding bells. All right.
I think I've pushed this laptop to its like.
What's up, Rob?
Push it to the limit.
You have, man. You pushed it to the limit, and it's still kicking. So God bless that laptop. All right. So if you haven't seen, or it's been a while, the arcade has made upgrades. But most of what is coming, like the big stuff, you're looking at like September.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll be layering it in piece by piece, but I think by the time we get to September, we'll have probably the Whale Fall series will have started, and I think the whole shekel economy, the things you can earn and buy achievements or whatever, not with real money. I mean, just with like the, achievements and the economy and the arcade and the games and stuff here.
Ideas. How many? Real quick, let us know how many biscuit stall. How many? I think you've completed one, the prototype. How many of are on back order? Let us know. But yes, what
Is
I'd
it like
like
a
to see
commodity
also,
now?
it is the biscuits doll starting to take off. I'm telling you, man. Number station bingo. This is a place where you guys can go in, play bingo, and chat. So if you need a safe space and you're on the site, please get in there, play some bingo, chat with each other, and have a good time.
Well, it's also a permutative steganography emitter, just in addition to that. But yes, you can play bingo there and chat.
Big Biscuits words. I don't even know what any of that meant. So,
well, the FBI knows.
FBI
CIA
knows. And yes, and they should be worried about what happens there in that bingo.
Well, I think they should definitely buy a lifetime membership to make sure they can keep track of it.
Right, and it has to be everybody on the 7th floor needs a membership.
Yeah, you can't be sharing memberships. You can't. That's against the terms of service, guys. Everybody at the FBI has to become a paying member
and monitor it 24/7.
24/7.
Microseconds, because in microseconds, stuff gets shared on that shit.
That's
that
right.
you don't want out there. Let's just say that.
And they gotta click through. If ads come up, they gotta click through every one of them and fill out the surveys and do all of that. It could be hidden anywhere. You know.
Oh,
they gotta like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. They gotta start doing super chats. Anything could trigger it.
Right.
And they've got. I feel like they need to be, on top of it all the time. Small price to pay is what I'm saying for that type of oversight. I mean.
Right.
There could be any sort of co-conspiratorialism occurring at any time.
At any time.
Right.
So 2 are on back order or 2 in total? So 3 total. Yes, awesome. So 3 biscuits dolls. Oh man, dude, you're getting out there. So anyways,
yeah, I mean, once that's another. Once these dolls are deployed, sufficiently, and they get activated, I mean, those FBI guys gonna be wishing they had a paid subscription whenever that happens. I'll tell you what. Then they will be regretting not having signed up when they had the chance.
Oh man. So Podesteroids, you guys kind of see that with the wheel that we're rocking. That is probably the more difficult game for some people that aren't into like actual video games or arcade games, kind of like what you see on the sides here. That one is more like you got to be on your game. And currently, unless it's changed, Boo Boo is at the top, and Boo Boo is the original Booma doll. And
yeah, he's good.
He's a heck of a gamer.
Surprising dexterity, surprising hand-eye coordination.
Right. Liz Hillbilly Heart did some amazing crocheting with those fingers because they make it happen. And Boo Boo is kicking everyone's ass. And then I asked for word games, and boom, we got some word games. We'll play some of those actually because a lot of these are daily, and so it's kind of like old school used to get the newspaper and play the word games, crossword puzzles, and those kinds of things. So we got some of those we're going to get into. You got the Gerrymander, which is kind of like the snake game, but it's a salamander in this one. We've shown some of these, so I don't know what you want to jump into.
Well, I put you could click on Gerrymander. I put a new mode in Gerrymander, but I didn't.
We got a new mode? Okay, I think I got to click this, unshare, and then jump back in, right?
It's got... No, you're there. It's good. I fixed that for you. So you see, you click daily up there at the top, and you can run the daily runs now. There's a new board.
Oh, there's a daily runs. Oh, shit,
yeah.
Fucking shit ready.
But if you so this will be the next upgrade with the daily runs. If you get a high score on your first attempt, like most of the word games, the daily run, you just get one attempt.
Did you guys see that shit? Just
that was pretty good. That was pretty impressive, dude. You did get a nap today, though, so I mean, it's good.
I got my nap in today. Biscuits foiled my nap yesterday, and I think, I fucking didn't realize those were.
I distracted you.
It's all good. We just wanted to show you a little demo. We didn't want to, like make you feel like you weren't worthy of being able to beat the Boomasan. Struck down. So, anyways, apparently those are walls that you're not allowed to touch.
Yes, they're all, yeah, every day it'll be, that's like a constellation, I think. I mean, obviously they're like rasterized so that you can get through them, but there'll be all sorts of symbols and different types of things that are blockading you from gerrymandering your districts here.
Right.
But it just adds a little flavor to the game. And you have now a daily leaderboard. Like if you go to the leaderboards, you'll see that.
Right. And so everybody that has been on the website, little upgrades are being made. So now you have this little button here where it says arcade. Boop. Now we're back. And hopefully it's showing on the screen. And it is. We are back at the arcade. So you don't have to like have extra tabs or be jumping, I guess, tab hopping in order to get to the different games, which is quite the upgrade and important. Some stuff you don't even think about until you start doing this shit. And I'm not the one doing it. It's Biscuits, but we've talked about it. It's like, sweet, dude.
A lot of these little, I mean, some of the bugs I catch, when I'm trying to use it, but frankly, I'll credit where it's due. Boo Boo has been a great help also in giving me some feedback on.
Right. All of you in this beginning stages can be video game testers or game testers, whatever you want to call yourself.
Or designers if you want. I do have the Frogger.
That.
I do have the Frogger game that I built for Soulflow. But
do you dare show us a little demo of that on this one, or are we holding that back?
It'll probably crash my shit, but
can you just send me a link to it, or is that possible?
No, it's not. I can't do it like that.
Ooh, we'd have to take a risk, but it might be worth it. And if you go down, I'll just play games with these fine folk in here.
The problem with it, well, there wasn't really a problem with it. It works perfectly well.
Where is Charlie? We need some Boo Boo and Fudge in here.
Well, as I was saying, the feedback was great. Like if you run into things that you don't like or something you want to see, just shoot me an email because it's really a matter of like perspective.
Right.
When it comes to spotting bugs. I mean, that's why game testing is important.
Right. And so that's what's getting worked out here. But also a lot of this, like the word games and stuff like that, they lead back to the wiki files, to all the stuff that's uploaded that'll take you into research mode or learning about something you didn't know about. Obviously, the Hanged Man, you'll get something back to the corpus of that. Every single time you play it, it's something that's coming from the files of actual government documents, FBI files that have been released, Epstein files, all that kind of stuff. And a lot of these games, like even Podesteroids, obviously you got flying pizzas. And if you don't know about the Podesta brothers, not that you'd want to know, but you should know. Are you still trying to get that? For a second there, I was like, oh shit, I think we lost him.
No, I'm working on it. I'm just seeing if I can actually share this thing here.
Okay, I'll pull down here and I'll let you.
Okay, see if that works.
Make an attempt. Ooh. All right. You guys remember the game Frogger, right? So here's some stuff in development. You get to watch this. And we're going to also talk with you guys here that are actually here live. Obviously, people watching the replay could. Let me.
Well, I died. I was trying to. Obviously, this is like real rough, But I was trying to figure out a way to do Frogger, but with a swamp that's draining, and little federal agents as alligators. So you really can't see it all that well. See, there's one. I got one fed. You got to knock these fed alligators. Fed? Yeah, the alligators will get you, but these little guys are like federal agents.
Is there any way you can pause this just so we can take a closer look?
Not really.
Okay. Because some of the stuff I don't know what the heck it is. So with that black stuff.
Yeah, because I haven't gotten the art all squared away yet. This is just placeholders.
Right. Understand this is game development, and this is Frogger, but this is a frog trying to stop from being.
Well, you get out of the DC swamp and collect evidence on your way out, so you can buy your freedom, get your pardon. But anyway, that's the game. It's in progress. But these
that's just one of many. He's shown me like many. Like that's just one of them. Like there's simultaneous games being built all at once, simultaneously. But Frogger, and the draining of the swamp, the combination, fucking genius.
Yeah. I mean, well, thank you. We've got, and that's what I mean. Like, I think you could take every video game that's ever been made basically and run it through a lens of actual reality and come up with something better in a lot of cases. Like, I mean, it's funny, like the CIA has given everybody all of the content they need, but you know, like Nick Fuentes can't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, these people aren't allowed to talk. It's what we were talking about the other day with stand-up comedians. Eventually you run out of content whenever a large portion of the reality that you're making fun of is off limits. And then stuff starts to get pretty stale, you know, TV shows, movies. They're getting to the point now where they can't even really be a reflection of reality because it would be too offensive or too unnerving to people.
Right.
Oh,
there's gonna be something for everyone. So, you know, some people don't get into the arcade games or like the ones where like even the Gerrymander, you know, it's kind of intense or whatever. But the word games, more thought, the bingo. I mean, you can put it on auto and just kind of chat, just kind of, you know, play around or do it manually, whatever. Some of these games are going to be for everybody, and there's so many more in the works, and then all of them lead back in one way or the other to what we are pointing at. A lot of this is secret societies and exposure of a lot of the corruption that's going on in the world.
The website, I mean, to me, the star of the website is the wiki. That's the kernel that I want everybody to end up getting to. And eventually, maybe we'll put it on the front side of the paywall once we've gotten it to the point that I want it so that it's free. But I mean, I want people have donated to this project, which I appreciate very much. And we've used that to build all of this stuff and can keep using it to expand. But, you know, I'd rather give something back to people as a donation. And so that's part of what this website is. It's like the wiki was sort of a spin-off of something that we were building to support the trading card, the collectible card and the trading card game down the road, which of course we're still working on.
Right.
So this website is like sort of it was kind of an idea that we came up in real time where like we appreciate everyone that's donating, but like I want also to give people something tangible in exchange for those donations. And so the website I think is going to be a perfect marriage of those things. Like I don't really claim that all of the games that are on there now are necessarily like amazing. I think they're fun. I play them every day, the word games at least.
Yes.
And so that's the point. It's like, you know, these things they're not terribly difficult to build at the same time when you're building the other stuff like we're building, the video development and the content production and we'll see more later if we get to those other items on the wheel. But
hi, Sabrina.
It's been an interesting process too, figuring out how to give people a way to go to a website and actually sign in and have a stateful account. I mean, you know, an account that changes based on what they do without getting all of their information and stuff. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
we don't want any of that, and we don't take any of that. You have an email and that's all we know. Stripe handles the payment side of it, which is something that pretty much everybody that's like, if you're donating to our show through any of the means that you use, Stripe is the same level of sort of engagement with the internet.
Right.
You know? And so I feel like we found a good way to sort of find a balance, I guess, of having people do more than donate. You know, it's more than donate. It's like an investment, and you can see the results. Because eventually, like, I would like to be making video games that are available on other formats, on other platforms, you know, like Steam, Android and iOS phone apps, in order to bring people from different vectors entirely into that same kernel of truth that the wiki is. And so that, like, at the very least, people will be able to go and check up on the bullshit that they hear on. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. You got to have who doesn't travel without ominous purple liquid in flasks? I mean, that's
right. It looks like it could just eat everything in that van if it gets exposed.
Yes.
And do you not like my van? I mean, what about my van?
Your van
The
looks like a
samurai
dangerous.
van.
Your van looks dangerous to get into, honestly.
Right. I got
Because
weapons
you've got
over
a
the place.
you've got like a smoking samurai armor compartment back there. There's like incense burning in but you have open flame.
Right in the very back. Here. Extreme close up! Extreme close up!
That's
There
why
you
we have to
go.
ride. That's why we have to ride separate. I can't have open flame in my van with all the
Open
science shit
flame with
around.
with those chemicals. I mean, that's a disaster
Yeah.
waiting to happen. What's up, Monica? It is part of the dojo. I'm keeping part of the dojo as we go into GGCO, and then obviously we got our own thing going on. What's up, Crystal? Oh man, but yes, it's good to see you, Sabrina. I hope you're doing well after such a journey going through all those classes and then finishing up with that jamboree. Freaking awesome. I can't wait to hear more about it. But ominous purple liquid and all elements necessary to plasma Z pinch any molecule. Okay.
Oh yeah. Bro, don't let any molecules in here with me. You know?
Yeah, we got separate vans though. We got separate vans.
Yeah, you know how hard it was to find a moving company that had both a samurai dojo van and a mobile liquid production van. Not easy.
Not easy. But Biscuits made it happen.
Yeah. We had to create a moving company. I mean,
the show continues. The show is on the road in transition. And but yeah, as you were saying, man, like it's been awesome having people donate. And then we always, when we started this talking about it, even said that we wanted to make sure that we were giving back. And right away, the people that donated, it wasn't like you were just giving money to something. It was you were being supportive from your heart, and we appreciate that. But you literally now you had access to what you helped create, and it's only just the beginning. So again, much thanks and love, and it shall continue. Should we move forward?
I think so.
With the show. All right. We could play some games too. And then we if you guys have any games that you guys are thinking about, we're open to hearing some of your ideas. Because man, I've thrown some stuff at Biscuits where I've been like, oh man, it'd be cool if you could do this, but it's more like, you know, like he. And then he's like, I think I could do that. Like, what? All right. Bring it on. Fucking Podesteroids, man. The Capstone.
Oh, do you know how to get to that? Go to the members page, I think. I guess we'll do all the GGCO stuff.
It sent me there. I got it. All right.
So this is speaking of Stripe, this is sort of a program that I figured out we were able to do this with Stripe, and I was like, well, this will be good. So, you know, the people, every time any opportunity like this comes up for something clever or some sort of utility that we have access to, which I wasn't really aware of, you know, we're going to try to, everybody that's donated, obviously, we're going to try to help let them benefit from it as well. But this was one thing that I discovered was possible with using Stripe for our authorization thing. If you have the lifetime membership or the founders membership or whatever, you already should have received an email about this program, but you can sign up for it and get so like for Sabrina, for instance, like she could sign up for it and get a customized like affiliate link thing, basically, which would allow anybody that signs up through that link to the website, like Sabrina would just get 20% of the gross off of that sent directly to her through Stripe, like fully automated. Or if they sign up for a lifetime, just immediate $99 payment. So this helps anybody that wants to advertise our website, anybody that gets other people to join, will just, that's in this Founders Capstone program, will get 20%. And you'll have all the necessary forms or whatever will be handled through Stripe, automated and sent right out to you if you're the type of person that pays taxes or whatever.
If you're the type of person that pays taxes. Biscuits. It's only Biscuits would say something like that.
Well, the IRS is a treasonous organization. I mean,
there you go. There you go. Preach, brother, preach.
I understand
what
why
I love
people
about this is like they have this like on like Substack, for example, and some of you on the Substack, on the D-Mind and Boomasan Substack, where I share a lot of Sabrina stuff and my stuff, and this will be uploaded there. They have it where you can share the Substack, and when people sign up, it accrues how many you've done, and after you reach a certain amount, you get like paid benefits. So if you're not a paid member, you get like months and stuff like that. Now I have some stuff that's behind the scenes and whatnot that I put on there. I haven't had as much time to put anything like that back there because I try to make everything free. But they have programs like this for a lot of stuff that gives back to people for sharing other Substacks, but in this case with the website. So if you're a person that wants to share this, there's an added benefit, and I think that's just cool because it allows people to be able to like we wanted to do. It allows us to give back to people for helping us reach the goals that this community is all about. And people have always asked, and I'll say it again, what we can do to fight back. And I think that this is one of the ways that we can do it. This is one way that we can bring entertainment to people that might not be interested in certain things that might go over their head, or they're used to shorts, they're used to playing video games, they're stuck in that world. Well, if we can bring those things to them and connect it to the real world of what's going on, this is a way to do it. And so if you want to help share that, there are benefits. And we didn't choose to make the wheel chose this. So this is being brought to you. We're not here like to push some like commercial or some shit. But this was stuff that we wanted everybody to be aware of, that there are added benefits of helping us get the word out about this.
Yeah. And it's not like a pyramid scheme. It's literally, that's why it's called Capstone, because there is no multi-level whatever. It's just, if you have a website, or if you have, whatever, big social media following or whatever, and you want, it's literally just another avenue of monetization, and we both win, basically. So that's it. And I felt like, it's a piece of utility that is offered where it's being handled, entirely on the Stripe side. We don't get anybody's billing information, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, and if the site gets hacked, the only thing anybody would ever be able to steal is basically how good you are at Podesteroids, which they could look up and see on the leaderboard, I suppose.
Yeah, and if you don't know about the Podesta brothers, then you can look them up in the wiki. All these people will be excited to research the shit out of all these assholes.
I saw John Podesta in a movie cameo the other day, and it made me so fucking mad. I was like, oh my God, it's unbelievable. Just like, you just see that guy's fucking face. You can see why they didn't, like, Hunter Biden, I guess, must have like some sort of, I guess he got a big ass pardon, but like, they don't push John Podesta out in front of anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I think that guy, basically, they're like, nah, because he's
it's like obvious, right?
Yeah,
it's
he's
like,
so evil looking.
It's so fucking obvious.
Yeah. But also, I guess I should mention one more thing, that you can also buy gift memberships now on the website if you wanted to do that for somebody.
Yes, there's gift memberships. So like, if you already have a membership and you want to buy like somebody a membership, or like buy like eventually, when the arcade gets there, like I said, there'll be games for everybody. There'll be games for gamers. There'll be games, like there already is, but like more array of things, and you'll be able to share that with somebody else, maybe a family member, a friend, or like get somebody signed up, and or somebody that's just coming into the community, hook them up with a membership and let them check it out and try it out. What's up, JK? What's up, Pamela? Welcome.
Or just, kids that that you don't want growing up retarded. I think that's
there you go.
If there are any kids like that, be sure to get them a gift to greatestgame.co so they can have the wiki and avoid games that, new video games are so terrible, dude. The graphics are amazing, the engines are amazing, the hardware is amazing, and the stories and the content, almost without fail, are like tragic. You know what I mean?
They're just churning out garbage for the most part. And most of the video games, they have their, main ones that they're pushing, Grand Theft Auto and some of the Call of Duties and stuff like that, and not even say that these are like phenomenal games. Fortnite went huge, all these kinds of things. Now, I'm not shitting on all of them, but I'm just saying, like, they could be so much better. Like, the stories used to be fucking awesome, and now they just crank shit out super fast, super superficial. It's like movies. Like, movies don't have much. It's like this TV series have taken over. Short fucking content has taken over. But movies aren't what they used to be. They don't care because all they're playing to is a younger generation that has ADHD. So they are just cranking out bullshit that's going to be here for 1 week, fun, and then not. That's how fast it is. So if you don't, like Biscuits was saying, if you don't want your kids to grow up to be retarded, to be an NPC, to be incapable of discerning reality from the digital world, maybe these games will help, because all these games will tie into the fucking real world, which I like to escape from now and then. And that's why we have Podesteroids to remind me.
Yeah, I assume everyone wants their kids to grow up to be a model citizen. This is the place to be if that's what you want. Yeah, like this right here.
Guy,
model citizen right here.
This guy and this guy, model citizen.
Right. Yes.
Ask Pamela. It's not on me, right, Pamela? I've gotten tired. It's almost a year after the first one. Pamela will be on again, but that's her choice. That's all I'll say. Love you, Pamela. All right. So you want to spin the wheel again, or
yeah. Let's
want to try to get people over onto the GG Co Studio YouTube. So we also have some giveaways. Where should we fit that in? I'm sure it's on the wheel, but
no, the winner's wheel is not. We could probably just tell them about let's just give out the show pass now, I guess, right?
Yes. So I'm going to put a link, and this gives them 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to go over and sign up for the GG Co Studio YouTube if you haven't. And if you have already, then please come over there, say hi, and grab this link that'll give you 24 hours on the website to play around with the games and have a little bit of fun. There you go. Show pass. Boom. And you don't have to give us any of your shit. What do you need, like an email or some shit?
Yes, just you put the email in, and that sets it up, and then you just go through the normal registration on the site with your email. So all you need to enter is your email address twice. You enter it the first time, then you say sign up, and then you enter the same email, and then you answer that email, and it's got a link, and that's it. And it'll be good for 24 hours. So we'll start doing these, whenever we're doing live streams, I think, in the future.
Right. We've done giveaways. We did it in the first show. And we're going to keep on doing giveaways, people that actually show up for these and hang out in the live chat and participate in this stuff. We want to be able to give back, like we were saying. So some of you, obviously, I understand financial situations can be tough. So we still want people to be able to check this out. And then things as they progress and whatnot. We're still putting out free content. This is free. We've got some shows coming up. We'll also have free PDFs with those shows. They'll be very informative, and some of them very important and kind of information that we want to continue to put out there for free. And so there's all kinds of stuff coming at this community for free. So don't think we're just sitting here only catering to people that have some money. That's not the case. This isn't some peanut gallery, if you know what I mean. Who's Eric Briggs?
I don't know.
Right. Someone say, Christy, you're saying if there's a video about Eric Briggs that you will know what's happening. I doubt it, but thank you for being here. And I'm not saying it's not true, if that makes sense. But I've never heard of an Eric Briggs, so why would I think that he's going to tell me everything that's going on? Get some sleep over there in Ireland, in the Dublin area. Yes, Biscuits is creative, complex. What does Sabrina say? Wiley Biscuits. Yes, Wiley.
That didn't work out so well for the coyote. He was frequently. Well, of course, he was basically immortal, though. I mean, that's the other side of it. Wile E. Coyote was essentially an unkillable being.
Right.
Did you know that Mickey Mouse, or not Mickey Mouse, but Steamboat Willie, which was like the first iteration of Mickey Mouse, is now public domain? Like we could make video games with Steamboat Willie, or Steamboat Willie. The name is trademark. It'd have to be like, you know, Motorboat William or something like that. But it could be the actual Mickey Mouse character.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not the current Mickey Mouse. It'd be like the old school.
No, it has to. The drawing of the character Steamboat Willie is now public domain. Like the animation, the animated character. The name Steamboat Willie is still trademarked, so you can't use that. But you could call it anything else and use the drawing, and still it's public domain. So.
But how? Because that's still like the Mickey Mouse. Like,
well, it's the Steamboat Willie. It's the first Mickey Mouse, but it's just there's a time limit on these things, so it's no longer copyright protected.
Interesting. Well, we might have to steal some of that and have some fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Get out to expose some of that bullshit. I'm not saying you're not for real. I just have never heard of Eric. What was it, Biggs? So
Briggs.
Was it
Briggs or Griggs? Riggs. What was that lady's name?
Eric Briggs.
K. Griggs.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth checking out. It'd be interesting. I'm not sure what he's talking about. You have to give a little context. But you knew about Steamboat Willie, Miss Cajones? Yeah, we might have to do something with that. Steamboat Willie, you know, something shady was going on there, obviously. Oh, It's a Wonderful Life, the same thing. That one came up. There's a storyline to play with.
Clarence.
Yeah. Anyways,
I didn't like It's a Wonderful Life.
You didn't like it?
No.
It's a freaking classic in pop culture.
I'm not really a big fan of angels.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right?
Good or bad.
They depicted it too.
It's like, you guys are 33% bad. 33% the worst.
Right. How do we trust you?
I don't. That's my point. I mean, it's like, I guess you can kill me or whatever. Like, you're so OP. You know what I mean? It's like you're like an admin on the server or whatever, but that doesn't mean I have to like you.
All right. Stein magic.
Yeah, I forgot what this kid's name. I think he basically was like, maybe he like.
Is this the fucking band member of White Stripes?
No. I think this is the kid.
It's like the fucking lead singer of White Stripes, whatever he's called now.
No, this kid's way too young for that. I think this was the kid that took over after. Oh, you're talking about Matan or the
you know White Stripes, right? They started out where it was.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
like
I know who Jack White is. I don't know which one of these people you're saying looks like him.
Well, his hair, anyways. He's got that. Jack White hair.
This kid's like 19 now, maybe. That's Matan.
Yeah, true. Now that I look at his face, he's just a young kid.
He's like a Gen Z streamer hero.
Why is he a hero?
He's just very popular with the youngsters. He's like anti-Israel, but he's also New York Jew. It's weird.
Interesting. And this is Alex Stein immediately goes insane. Who's Alex Stein?
This is the kid that was like sort of the replacement for Charlie Kirk or something, right? Like, you remember?
This is Alex Stein?
No, this is Matan Yvonne. Alex Stein is the guest.
Matan Yvonne, but now he's on with Alex Stein, and apparently Alex Stein immediately goes insane and destroys the podcast.
Well, I mean, I think that's some sort of hyper. But it's Gen Z. You know, they say crazy stuff.
Okay, well, let's see what happens here.
Be white, but your last name is Stein.
Not Jewish.
Your last name is Steinberg.
Yes, Stein, but
Steinberg.
also means stone. It's also a German name.
Steinberg is not a German name.
You're not technically Jewish unless your mother is Jewish. My mom was not Jewish.
Hold on. I don't play that game where it's, oh, my mother wasn't Jewish, so according to their religion, I'm not Jewish.
You don't understand Jewish magic.
But you do because you're Jewish.
Well, maybe I'm using Jewish magic, but it doesn't matter.
You pretend to be white, but your last name is Stein.
Not Jewish.
Your last name is Steinberg.
Yes, Stein, but
Steinberg.
also means stone. It's also a German name.
Steinberg is not a German name.
You're not technically Jewish unless your mother is Jewish. My mom was not Jewish.
Hold on. I don't.
So, did I just play that over and over again?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I've never heard of this. I mean, I think you might have showed me this kid before. I've never.
He's interviewed. He really needles people. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
He interviewed Palm Beach Pete and just kept referring to him as.
Oh, that was the guy
Epstein.
you were telling me about. Okay, yes, and he kept referring to him as Epstein.
Although I saw a video the other day of somebody in traffic next to Palm Beach Pete, and they rolled the window down and said, "Hey, Jeffrey," and he turned and then looked real mad, like when he answered to it for sure.
Palm Beach Pete answered to Epstein.
But you see that guy, the Alex Stein is a Freemason, right? And that's what this
Is he a
Matan
politician?
kid.
So he a politician?
He will be, and
That's where he's headed.
Yeah.
So this is the guy you think that's going to be like another Charlie Kirk?
I think that was sort of what he was trying to do in the first place, right? But he's
Carlson show. He's pumping the Tucker Carlson show.
Yeah. He does Jewish magic. That's what I mean. It's the Freemasons, man. They do this shit. Mormons and Freemasons, they do Jewish magic. They know it. They just don't say it. But this Matan kid is always needling people. Who knows, man? Maybe he's Mossad or something. I don't know. But he has a very acerbic sort of shtick that he does, where he like gets people really off guard with very, very weird. I mean, look at his set. It's just a white sheet.
Yeah, it's very simple, right?
Yeah. Well, it's uncomfortable. You know,
right?
I mean?
You feel like you're being pulled into something that's like.
Oh, and he's got these
really uncomfortable fucking just fold up chairs that you find everywhere.
He's got these sidekicks that look like meth heads, and it's the whole thing it's wild. His whole show is wild, but he gets people to say interesting shit on there from time to time.
Interesting. I'll have to see how many people. How big is this guy? 1.71 million. Almost to the GG Co level, but give him a little slack.
I'll tell you though, it's funny, but he's in I guess he's in New York or LA. I don't remember. He has you wonder how he gets people. Matt Gaetz was on there.
Yeah, how does he get these people, dude? It's got to be a military operation.
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know. Some of the questions he asks are fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, that's the way to get him. That's the thing. It's like somebody that you think is against like Israel or something like that, which is like a popular thing now. All of a sudden, people were calling it out early, and now they don't get any credit because it's gone exactly that way. At least from the perception of American politics and the relationship that we have with Israel and all that shit, Christian Zionism and all that kind of stuff. But these kids that like the psyops, they come in and they act like they're against it. It's like a stupiders or stupiders.
Well, Israel's the Freemasons want to destroy Israel eventually. They just want to get the most out of it,
Mm-hmm.
And so that's part of the next phase is getting an entire generation that are will be willing to actively destroy it. I don't want to actively destroy Israel. I just want everybody to understand the truth about 9/11 and sense and cut Israel off completely, just like you would with any other terrorist country. I mean, there's no reason for the United States to care at all about what happens there.
Yeah. Interesting. Gen Z has got some interesting kids that are coming up that they're pushing out there that seem to get a lot of noise. That being one of them, after you told me about.
Oh, right. It's insane. Like the clavicular, like all these people are just so weird, dude. It's weird as fuck to watch what's going on.
Right. Well, it looks like at least somebody got one of the show passes. Congratulations.
Oh, that's good. I already tested it, so I knew it worked. So I'm glad people are using it.
Right. check it out. And if you're not over on the GGCo Studio YouTube to grab that link, get it. Check it out. It'll only work for 24 hours. So I guess if somebody comes in later on and watches this replay, link probably won't work, huh?
No, it will only be you'll only be able to sign up whenever we're live.
Right. And so eventually we will be just doing these to the platforms that are GGCo to separate the simulcast that is now taking place, just to kind of separate the two and continue forward with what we got going on for both sides of things, for me and the things that I've been doing, but also what we have on this GGCo mission. So the greatest game company. There you are.
And we have other game, like 2D platformer styles, RPGs, 3D like graphics. It's just these things have to they take time. Graphics especially are challenging on a potato PC.
Right.
What is
and
going
then
on here? Wipe in peace.
Straw Hat just wants to wipe in peace so that not a world where they're video. They're putting cameras in toilets to watch our shit literally come out of our asses in some places. So it's like a thing.
I mean, it's probably a thing on OnlyFans. I mean, I guess like
Pamela got the link. She's checking it out. She's taking advantage of free. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't want free? You don't want free? You want free. Check it out.
Free is as cheap as it'll ever be.
Right. And eventually you'll wish that you did.
If you get in the Capstone program, maybe you could get paid. I mean, that's
right. Give it to that Gen Z dude. If you got you got some young people that show up here. There's a 19-year-old that shows up in the live chat now, into some of the Sabrina Wallace stuff and the biodigital convergence, human augmentation. We got Moses that's been coming on to the Booma streamers. He's 25, younger minds.
Imagine being that clued in when you were 19. I was a retarded savage when I was 19.
Right. Hating the world and destroying my brain cells every chance that I could possibly get. That was the goal. Party hard.
I would say, I don't know if I guess I went through some phases where I was really destroying brain cells but most of that I saved it until I was like in my 30s when I started to get real, like, when I became aware of the world, I immediately had to destroy my brain. That's how it's painful.
Right.
Knowledge.
And now we're renewing our minds here with.
Well, I'm just I'm just circling the drain with mine, but I mean, let me know how the renewal works.
I'm trying to renew my mind. I can't keep things straight, man. I'm working on so many things all at once. Same thing with you. It's just like, man, but we're doing our best to bring something to the people that hasn't been done before. Yes, get it. That is the link to the website, but then the one to the free 24-hour pass is what you're going to want. And you could only get that if you come over to the YouTube. That's the GGCo one.
I feel like it's some.
Maybe I'm just torturing my mind with the more I learn, the more that I actually connect the dots as Sabrina puts them together. You learn about quantum dots and you learn about some of this shit. It's like, do I really want to know everything? Do I really want to know it all?
But it's like falling into a black hole. I mean, you pass an event horizon, and you might as well not even worry about going back because you can't unknow it. That's what I was just going to say. I know eventually, if I make it to such an age, memory loss will be like a tragic circumstance that I'll experience, and it will be very negative. But right now, on the rare occasion that I realize I've forgotten something, it's a very pleasant experience when I'm like, what was the name of that fucking guy that was doing, this treason or that treason in like 2017? And I can't remember. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, if all of this shit would just go away overnight, I could wake up tomorrow morning and be a human being again. Like, how great would that be?
Yeah, I don't care what you wish for, though, man. They might literally just erase your fucking memory and put you back out here, and then it's just fucking.
Oh, dude, are you? Like people are like, oh my god, like they're gonna, like they're gonna lure me in with immortality and promise, and it's like I don't want any of that shit. But if you've got that Men in Black thing, they'll zap away my fucking memories and let me go back to being a retarded person, I'll take a hit off that for sure. Just let me wipe some of this shit out and go back to what was the guy's name in the Matrix? It was like, yo, I just put me back in, man.
Right, yeah. He's like, I know this when he was
Yeah.
eating the steak and he's making the deal or whatever. He's
Yeah.
like, yep, I just want to go back to sleep. Put me right back in. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to know all this.
This Neo guy's an asshole, man. Just put me back in, dude. I don't
Yeah,
want to be.
fuck
I don't want to
that.
be. I don't want to be stuck in this shitty submarine with this fucking Keanu Reeves.
I know, right? You don't want to forget the boom and the biscuits. You'll have that. You'll have your doll Monica, and you'll be like, "What the fuck is this all about?" That must have been just a weird phase of my life. And you just throw it out. Don't ever think such a thing.
Yeah,
don't ever forget Hillbilly Heart and all the work that she put into those beautiful dolls. Go a little more. See what else we got. See what other trouble we can get into. Is that the goal? Got a few more things here on the wheel. I don't know if we need to do all of them, but see what we got here.
Most of them are pretty short.
The last yellow.
Well, this is, I don't. Should we even show this? This is the whole sort of schedule for all the shows.
Let's do it. Let's give some people because I want people to grasp how much is going on. That doesn't seem like it because it's taken a little while for some of us to get off the ground. But at the same time, we said that back when we were talking about just the collector's cards, and now all of this on the website, these games, the wiki is in action now, and yet there's a whole lot more that is in the works. It's not just games. It's going to be content. It's going to be stuff that exposes things that are important. It's going to be stuff that hopefully can make people laugh and entertain, and also combine that entertainment with bringing people to the reality of what's going on in the world without fucking up their brain in a way where it's just like too much to handle all at once. But here we go.
Or if that happens, these things happen. Sorry about your brain. Maybe you'll just forget everything.
I mean, maybe it's good. So sometimes, you meet people where you're like, this motherfucker just needs to get punched in the face and know that they're not fucking, as tough as they think that they are. Sometimes every once in a while, somebody needs a real shot of fucking reality, and it's not going to be pleasant yet. Eventually, they'll be thankful that they did. Like, I honestly, as much as we joke about wanting to like forget some of this shit, I am thankful that I can see a little bit more about what is coming or that what is going on. And that I'm not just a retard walking around thinking like, wow, they dropped Building 7 and no one cares. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Oh, well,
I don't want to forget either, because I don't want to wake up in prison and not understand why. You know what I mean?
Dude, you want to be our sound effects person, Pamela? We'll just freaking pipe you into that, and you can just hit the fucking sound effects. Just drum rolling and bing, and then here we are, boom, on the screen. Some of the stuff that's coming up. So go ahead and explain some of these to us.
Well, so we're going to be releasing these things that all these question marks or some sort of number of followers, which we haven't really decided yet. But all of these shows we already have planned and built. Essentially, we just have to record them, so we're refining some stuff. But basically, this is a curriculum that I've designed to make if you watch all of these shows on the top row here, these somewhat, you know what I mean? Like these three, the weakest link, Philip Marshall, and this is regarding Calhoun's mouse utopia experiment. So this bottom row is more sort of standalone or, bonus episodes that pair well, these two with each other, this with this. But let me tell you, this top row, we're going to start out with some discussion of game theory as it applies to reality and psychological warfare and just life as a normal American citizen. And by the time you get through this about Project 100,000, the CIA's main role, this is Vietnam War here. These three are episodes that are, some of these might be long. This one I suspect could be 3 episodes, maybe just from this one production deck. But by the time you get through these 2 episodes about the Vietnam War, sort of Vietnam War adjacent CIA stuff, cloning, and the U.S. Code of Justice. And then, of course, Oz.me, which is dead internet theory and some other things. But I think anyone that sticks with us through all of these shows and all the contents of these shows, all the references, all of the source documentation and stuff is all already compiled, and it's going to be available for free, in a PDF handout that goes along with the show. The decks that each of these chips is representing will be available on the pay side. The PDFs will be available for free. If you sit through all of these and follow along and read those PDFs, by the time we get done with this, there will be zero chance that you could be an American and not hate the CIA as much as I do. And I understand that the CIA is like they're not even at the apex of everything that's going on in the world, but they are this functional arm or hub. And there's proof that exists, in my opinion. And after this series, the next series will be more modern stuff, following all the way up through 9/11 and post 9/11, culminating effectively in what I think is the main thesis of this whole thing, which is that the business of the CIA is effectively facilitating treason on an ongoing basis, and has always been. And they know it, and I know it. And after the series is over, you'll know it too. And the rest of these, feline FIPs, we're doing this show about Chip's journey.
Yes.
So that could be here, depending on when his treatment is. I don't really know exactly when the stuff's going to fall, but that show will come out after Chip has finished his treatment.
Right. It's an 84. So this FIP thing, if anybody's been watching a little bit of that on my side of things, we lost one of the feral kitties named Stripes to FIP, and it was really rough seeing that happen. Tougher scenario with a feral cat and being able to get the medication. Would we have been able to save him? I don't know, but because of what he went through, we knew what, at least I was paying attention really closely as Chip started to develop certain signs that became obvious of him dealing with something that was not good. And as that came on, we got him into the vet. Biscuits helped a lot. Biscuits has some experience that you'll learn about when that happens. So some of these shows will be really important. And Chip is on, so it's like an 84-day treatment. Once a day, we have to give him this medication. And he's doing way better now, but we're literally only in the 30s. Like, we've only been doing this for that many days out of the 84. So as this goes on, I just give a periodic update. We'll get him weighed here again pretty soon to see how the weight is looking, but all of the fluid's gone. And he's back to being a spry, like, fun-loving cat that gets himself in a little bit of trouble. He likes crawling underneath my covers. He's funny little cat. Anyway, it's great to see. So we want more people to be aware of this kind of stuff so you can take care of your kitties. And it'll be shows like that where we'll give, the free PDFs that'll go along with it, kind of like what for those of you that watch Sabrina Wallace and stuff that we've done, especially the collaborations that we've done where we've given out the PDFs. Those are always free. This content will be free, and these will be important pieces. These will be the kind of things that we'll record and live premiere and make them efficient so that you can share them with others and they'll be able to learn a lot about what's going on from these things. Like Biscuits was talking about, the way that the operation works, the way that they've controlled the minds of the youth, all the people through mainstream media, alternative media now, video games, all that stuff. The programming is nonstop in every area. And these things will help expose a lot of that and how long some of it's been going on or how it is going on now. Kind of like what Sabrina's doing on the human augmentation side of things, we'll also be hitting it from another side of things. So I think will be really important for people to learn. And if people aren't awake to whatever that term even means anymore, aware of some of this stuff, you'll be able to tune into some of these things, and those will all be free, and we'll keep bringing it.
Indeed.
What's up, bro? Good to see you here. Yes. If you want a free 24-hour pass, bro, go over to the GG Co Studio YouTube. I can put that link. Oh, I didn't do that. Let me get that link over into the live chats of the other two so you guys can get to that. But yes, if you come over and grab this link that I have in there, which I will pin, you get 24 hours to check out the website if you're not already on it. But if you're watching a replay and the time has passed, then you missed your opportunity. That's why we're hoping that more people will tune in during these lives and hang out with us. And
Straw Hat, put Straw Hats. What's up, Archie? Good to see you, buddy. Put Straw Hat's comment up there, Chris. I want to address it.
All right, let me get this in there so you guys got this. Where are we at? Okay. Do we have to give our bank details?
No, I mean, you have to have, if you want to pay for the website, you have to use Stripe. I mean, if you're super paranoid or whatever, you only have one way to, if you want to donate, then we can, you could just donate to the show and then we'll give you the equivalent in access. But that's like sort of a one-off type of thing. I'd rather not do it that way, but we can if,
right. If once this thing gets to a certain size, it's not going to be feasible for us to be able to do that. However, starting out the small box with all of you, that's what we've done. As people have donated, we've turned that donation into monthly subscriptions and those kinds of things. Can't keep doing it forever because it'll become too time consuming. But know that we don't collect any of your information. We don't have it anywhere. We're not going to spam you with any shit. You're not going to have to fucking do CAPTCHA. You're not going to have to do double emails or anything like that. You get an email just to verify that you're a person that will also receive in the email a link to get into the website. That's all it is.
Right. And we don't, even if when you do use Stripe to pay and sign up, we don't keep any of that on the site. It's with Stripe. So, and Stripe is a, enterprise level corporation, corporate entities. So like they're as good as security gets in terms of, online purchases and whatnot. But if someone were to hack our site, the most they would be able to get is whatever the email address was that you used to create the account. And that's it. There's nothing that's generated on the site. We don't even collect most of the data that other websites seem to collect and sell or utilize for advertising and things like that. It's just kept at the gate, basically.
Right. Find one other website or operation that is doing something like this that isn't collecting your data, that isn't spamming your fucking email, that isn't now sending you texts.
Well, that's one thing too. Like, these are.
Thank you, April.
Yes, April. Appreciate you.
Someone got to get in there and beat Soulflow's freaking high scores. She's kicking some ass in some of these games, and I got to take her down.
That's true. I was trying to beat her on, I forget which one of the word games. I was like, how the fuck do you even get this score?
I know, man. I love it.
What was I saying?
Well, the collecting of data is what we were talking about. We don't collect data. We don't send out spam. So a lot of people have gotten so used to that. So it does remind people to go and plug back in, I guess, to something like the website, which it's hard to keep people on websites. I get it because people are used to going to apps and into mobile applications on their phone. But there's something going on in there. I think it's going to be super special, but we're not going to send you. We're not going to be like all those corporations or all those operations that are sending you nonstop fucking spam. You become dead to it. You go look at what Times Square is now. There's an advertisement on top of a fucking advertisement. No one fucking even sees the advertisements anymore. You psychologically, subliminally, or subconsciously, yes, okay,
it is.
I get it.
It's like Fifth Element type.
Right.
It's just advertising anymore. All over the place. I know what I was going to say. I remember now. With respect to the Epstein files, right, which are in the wiki, or in the wiki, in the sense that all of the entities, corporations and people and so on that are mentioned in there are in the wiki and indexable and searchable. The thing about searching for them in the wiki is that there is no record that you've searched for them online. Like if you go onto our website and log in at the paywall and then you go to the wiki, the only thing that is going to be, as far as your internet traffic or whatever is concerned, is the actual wiki page. Like, there's not going to be search histories or anything like that, where, like, your ISP or whatever will know that you've been looking up Epstein documents or whatever. Not that maybe is necessarily a big deal. I don't think of it as a big deal, but then again, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I was kind of thinking when I was downloading all these millions of pages of PDFs from the Epstein files and stuff, I was like, I wonder how many people really do this, like go and download all of this shit from, these portals that the DOJ puts up or whatever.
They don't. They watch fucking dumbasses like Nick Fuentes and then expect them to tell them what's going on.
Right.
Not everybody. I mean, everybody has their flavor. I could name a freaking 100 people in the fake truther movement that are doing it. That's where people depend on it because they think that they're experts. Are not. They're fucking idiot con men and women that'll give you some pieces that are working with their narratives. And those are the kind of things like Sabrina's exposing. We've been exposing how prevalent this shit is. If anybody has a certain size of following, you got to question them immediately because you're not allowed to have that unless you're handled in some way, even if they don't know it. Yeah. It's bad out there. So anyways, yeah, we don't collect people's data. We don't freaking data mine. We don't sell that shit to anybody. We don't even have access to it. If someone were to put a gun to our head, gonna have to pull the trigger, bro. We don't have access to any of this shit. We don't want access to this. Like, find another operation, because that's what half of like a business even seems to be anymore, is data collection and selling that shit to the fucking highest bidder or however it works. I don't even know. But
it's harder. It definitely is harder to build a website that doesn't collect user data than it is to build one that does. I mean, you can get off the shelf tools and dependencies and stuff that are already built and have a website built in no time, but you'll be collecting everything.
Right.
And it's crazy. Yeah.
And that's how the internet works. They're going to do it, but just know that we ain't participating in it, and find a place that's not.
Somehow, I don't think that me downloading the Jeffrey Epstein files in 2025 is going to be what did it for me. I'm just
What
guessing.
Context? Or what do you mean? Who is we?
It's me and Dorian.
That is the we that is the greatest game company for now, but
Right.
it's also community effort. So sometimes when I say we, it means everybody that started this thing supports us, and that's part of this, especially the startup of this whole operation as it's kicked off. But as far as the people responsible for what we got going on here, you're seeing it right here. It's just the two of us, and we're not collecting your fucking data. And we're doing everything that we can to help you guys. So if some of you don't feel comfortable putting it in there, you donate, we make it happen. Can't do it forever, but we'll do it for all of you here in the startup. And then at some point we'll let you know we can't do it that way anymore, and then we'll figure it out. And we'll learn more things along the way. There's been some pleasant surprises as we've gone along on this journey. There's been a lot of also like, fuck how are we going to deal with this? That's the way it works. Especially like Biscuits was saying, it's kind of harder to run a website this way because this is not the model they want out there. They want you to fucking collect data. Get another email, bro. Tell them it's for fucking 2 authentication, blah, 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 blah. 2-factor authentication, man. Get their face scan. Get their fucking, make them do a left, to a right. Fucking make them fucking do this capture that's almost impossible now. See where their brain's at. Give us a little bit of an IQ touch on where a person's at now, because you can't tell the difference between a J and an I because they just give you a little tiny little fucking.
Those captures are crazy, dude. But I mean, that was all AI training,
Yes. But we're having fun, and then now that there's a leaderboard and stuff too, you can kind of see where we're at. It's just fun, but it's some daily stuff, and then things will really start changing a little bit when we get a little bit farther along with the arcade, and closer to, I think, September is what you were saying. So we got like these shows are going to be coming. They're going to be free. That'll include PDFs. It'll be important with lots of great information on them. And important information, especially for the kiddies and stuff like that, if you come across this FIP thing. And I did learn that there is a separation between FIP and, there's cat leukemia, but there's also really is cat AIDS. there's all these things. So the FIP isn't what they used to call cat AIDS. That is a separate thing. And I asked him about that when we went in this, because we got a new kitten that showed up. Anyways, I won't get into that. But I asked, but he brought that up again about cat AIDS. And I was like, wait. So cat AIDS is separate than FIP? And he's like, yes. I was like, is there anything you do with about cat AIDS? He says it's manageable. Just like human AIDS is now like having diabetes, where you just take your medicine and you're fine.
You just got to inject all your cash, bro.
Yep.
That's
as long as you got the money to pay,
that was one of the best South Park skits. Whenever they said Magic Johnson he found the cure for HIV. You just got to inject all your cash. And they were, they were like yelling at these homeless poor people. You know what I mean? Like, just inject all your cash. It's funny, but not funny, I suppose.
Right. Well, some of this stuff is the foundational things that they don't want you talking about, or thinking about. So what you'll see on the internet, and I appreciate what you're saying here. At the same time, if we just continue to gloss over events like 9/11 and the Epstein files and all this stuff, I get Sabrina's like, some of that is just distraction. I get her point of view on that because of deployment and human augmentation. That's why I share a lot of her stuff. That's part of why we do collaborations and I share that. But we also focus on the things where it's like, this stuff now is obvious. And if you don't know this about the history, because they change history, if you don't know some of these things and how obvious it was, Rumsfeld talking about how there's a missing 20-some trillion dollars the day before 9/11, and then no one talks about it. But he put it out there, so he said it. Yes, now that's gone. Then Building 7 falls when it didn't get a direct hit.
Well, that's where all that investigation was into that 2.3 trillion that was missing, was in between Building 7 and that portion of the Pentagon that got exploded.
Right. So we will continue to cover these things because now what the internet is like, still people still talking about the Charlie Kirk assassination or whatever it was. But the newest thing, oh, Trump's making a deal with Iran. Oh, Trump's doing this, or Ukraine deal, or whatever, this act that they're trying to pass. They are focused on the now, but it's just today's news becomes yesterday's. No one's focused on anything long enough to make a better idea of what is really taking place. And there's these foundational things that have happened not that long ago that have now gotten glossed over with the now. So if you want to create a future, then you remind people of what has already taken place. And if they want to keep chasing a rat tail of today's news.
Well, I'll tell you, until human augmentation gets to the point that you can't execute humans for treason anymore because they just can't be hanged or shot or whatever, I'm gonna continue to say that we could solve a lot of problems just by remedying the treason in this country.
Yes.
At some point, eventually, the human 2.0s will be Rasputin level, and we won't even be able to hang them anymore. And at that point, I guess,
right? Can you imagine we get to the point where we're actually going to try to hang one of these people for treason, and then you hang them, and then they don't even. They're just.
It just doesn't work.
Like, woo-hoo, stretchy neck, fucking just snap the fucking rope. Like, you can't fucking kill me, bro. I'm augmented.
Right.
All right.
We'll have to go back to the drawing board. We'll have to go back to the drawing board.
Into that GG code shit, man. Got yourself informed.
We're too late.
Anyways, we try to have fun on this as well. What do we got? You want to spin this bad boy a couple more times?
Yeah, why not?
Trying to have a little more fun as whatever's going on in the world continues to happen, and we're trying to.
We're just gonna play this fiddle, while
We're gonna hit that double all day. All right, this will be a good one to end on, unless you really wanted to get to some of the other ones. So, Brandon, you missed a.
Oh my gosh! Well, you had final QA on this. So.
I know, right? You can play me. If you want to get to some of those other, we certainly can. We just need to rock and roll. But let's. Who doesn't want to get to Sabrina Says? Let's go all night. I know there's some people. It's so funny because it's like We're going to be doing short form content. I've been putting out shorts on my side of things. And then we do like the fucking marathons. And then if you watch anything I do with JK, it's at least 4 hours. But a lot of the Booma community streamers, those are going 3 hours. And it's like people can go all night. But then there's some people that are not even going to watch it because it's so long. So anyways, this is the Stop the Targeted Individual Narratives. Do you want to say anything before we rock this?
No.
Let's do it.
Small warning.
Oh, let's get that volume up. Fucking kick her back. Sabrina Says.
So this is just a small warning to any of you out there that are running this narrative with that fucked up targeted individual community. You're going to be burned. You will be burned. Those of us out here who've already been reading up on this and trying to actually help our friends, neighbors, elders, children, this is deployment. You're not telling people that. You're telling them that it was an accident, that the government did all this load balancing and body area network interfacing. So if you're out there telling people, oh yeah, we got the Havana Act, and I'm not putting the person's name here because, again, in my opinion, I could be wrong. These are people, they mean well. They think, courtesy of all the lying about deployment, that our community has been up against like a brick wall for 4 years. You better start talking about the body area network. No, we're going to admit MK Ultra. Okay, well, that was a long time ago. What have you been doing? No, we're going to...
Well, it's just, this sort of is what you were referencing earlier. Like,
Yes.
there's stuff going on now that definitely should be paid attention to in terms of disclosure, like technology wise, like Sabrina talks about. And I mean, we talk about it too, but I mean, she's just more steeped in the knowledge, technically speaking. And I mean, in a lot of ways, like when I think about Vietnam and everything that's happened since then with the CIA, I can see why people are like, oh, that's played out and boring. But there's a specific reason that I'm focused on because everything in this country is predicated on precedent when it comes to justice. And so the manipulation of that, which I think is fundamental to the reason why you have Congress able to pretend that they're addressing what Sabrina is talking about in reality by talking about MK Ultra, which is fucking a literally discontinued program, regardless of what it turned into. MK Ultra is not the right nomenclature. And everybody in Congress knows. I mean, these people know that they're putting on a show. They know they can talk about that, and it doesn't damage any operation that's ongoing. And that's why
it triggers the conspiracy communities and the targeted individuals.
Well, but I think that what she's saying is, I mean, maybe she's not saying it as pointed as I'm going to say it. I think if you live in a nice neighborhood in this country, there's a federal contractor that is your neighbor. And while they may mean well, they're doing a job. And a lot of these people who are like running these targeted individual programs and stuff like that, social media campaigns and coalescing them, getting their data, and getting their reports. I mean, this is just like data acquisition, part of the feedback loop for the whole program. And that's what it functions as, you know what I mean? And so I think this is one of the things that frustrates her is that when people are talking about things using the wrong nomenclature and they're referencing the wrong programs, the wrong documents, but attributing the motivation for talking about those documents, for talking about MK Ultra as wanting to get justice for people that are being targeted by government programs right now, it's undermining that effort rather than advancing it.
Yes.
Because you're spending all of that energy that is a rational response to being targeted on addressing a problem that is a canard, not the real issue, or is an anachronism, an old version of what is now, the real issue. And so it's a waste of energy. It's like an energy dump, it's a pointless void where all of the motivation and all of the energy that people have to oppose or to expend in exposing the things that Sabrina's talking about, instead wasted on exposing something that's been exposed for 60 fucking years and isn't even relevant, really, except that it's like a historical piece of information. But the CIA is still called the CIA, just like it was when it was involved in the Kennedy assassination, just like it was when it started the Vietnam War on a lie, and so on and so forth. Unlike MK Ultra, the name has not changed, but it's critical and important to note that MK Ultra was a thing, and now there are a lot of other things that have different names. And anybody, Sabrina says, anybody that's not talking about something by what it's really called is not, in the words of juxtaposition, is not a serious person.
Yeah. And that's why I'm also looking forward now that the classes are over and stuff, and there'll be more classes, I'm sure. But Sabrina and I have talked about, getting her over on this side of things and adding this to what we're doing here in this operation, because it is the important stuff, and bringing people up to speed on some of these things that she's more well versed in, and getting some of the documentation that she always cites and talks about into the wiki, into the information that we're providing here on this side of things too. And then to get Sabrina and then the Wiley Biscuits together, that'll be a treat for everyone, I'm sure. Those two minds to help try to solve, combat, confront, discuss, and have discourse on some of the issues that we face today in the now. Yeah, we're going to do that. But if you talk about Vietnam with Sabrina, she's going to have a completely different take than you've heard a fucking COINTEL Pro podcaster talk about, because she's going to talk to you about what was really going on there with the technologies and things they were testing and what it has become today.
Well, yeah, one thing that's crazy about the Vietnam War, I think people don't realize, is most of the war that the CIA fought was not even in Vietnam. It was in Laos and Cambodia. And when talking about the CIA, you could just go on Joe Rogan's CIA podcast and see him talking with people about what's really underneath the jungle in Cambodia. And I can assure you that just like in Iraq, the first time that they went to Iraq and the second time when they went back, just like in Iran with all the tunnels and Turkey, every place the CIA goes, you find there's some old esoteric something there that probably was really most of the motivation for them going. And Cambodia is, I think, no different. I think that a lot of what the CIA was interested in Cambodia was really esoteric stuff. And the CIA can make money having a war anywhere, as long as it's, not in the United States. So they pick things for reasons other than just like needing a war. And I think Cambodia, there was a lot of, whatever. That's my opinion anyway.
I do my best. And I love your opinions, bro. And I love the work that you're doing, and I'm looking forward to this continuing. Do you want to get to any of those three that are still on that board, or do you want to start wrapping up here?
we should probably do, there's one we should do.
Which one's that?
You can just go to the main board.
And which one?
Grab the not the protein shake, and not, what are the other two?
What do you mean? And
what do you mean? Yeah, get that. What do you mean? That's
all right. How do I grab that one?
It should just be the link below the title on the engineering page.
No, if you have that, then send it over.
Oh.
It has some of them in the oh wait, maybe it is in here. What do you mean? There it is. I got it. Found it. I thought that one wasn't on there. Boom. And you got a little background gong action stuff and things and all that thing. All right, here we go. Oh yes, we talked about doing a little of this. This will make
this clip starts at 1:33:33. By the way.
God dang, this is crazy. All right, so that's where we're at. 1:33:33. Looking good. Let me get this on tall, and here we go. This is a part, and you can tell me when to stop and all that kind of stuff as we go. But this is Joe Rogan interviewing Biscuit's favorite politician, J.D. Vance.
Vice President Pork Lord.
Do you think he would have continued with the most recent campaign if it wasn't for the influence of Israel?
Yes, I do.
Really?
I do. Yeah. Look,
Why
I
do
mean,
you think
I think again, and I see this, and I see it even from people that are in our coalition. And this would be my flip side to the hawks who have been attacking me or the president mercilessly over negotiation. I would sort of turn this back on some of the doves or some of the realists who have been attacking the president of the United States.
The doves? Those are the peace people?
Peace people.
That's what you call them, the
hawks
doves?
and doves. You never heard that phrase?
I've heard hawks. I've heard hawks. I don't think I've ever heard doves.
Hawks and pigeons, hawks and I don't know.
I think it's more doves. Peace,
doves
right?
is good, right? So what I think a lot of people, I've heard this argument is this idea that Donald Trump, was sort of, I've even heard people say he was blackmailed into this.
Yeah,
by
a lot
the
of people
Israelis.
think that.
That's not true, dude.
No?
It's just not true. I've seen the decision making.
Trust me, bro.
It's not true, dude.
Whether you agree or disagree with our negotiation, or whether you agree or disagree with the decision to launch the campaign Epic Fury to begin with, the idea that Donald Trump is being blackmailed is crazy to me. Because again, I see the way that he makes decisions. I see the way that he processes this stuff. Like the idea that he picks up the phone with anybody and says, hey, I'm going to take orders from you. No, that's just not how Donald Trump operates.
Can you understand, though, why people would come to that conclusion, especially because of the Epstein files?
What do you mean?
Well, the Epstein files were supposed to be released. And there was a tremendous amount of resistance to those files being released. And that concerned a lot of people. Because if you're talking about very wealthy, powerful people that were engaged in crimes.
I see. So you're basically saying the fear is that whatever's in the Epstein files was used to blackmail the administration into doing the Iran thing.
Or at the very least, the people that were involved in the Epstein files that didn't want them coming out had undue influence.
Well, again, say this with all candor, we absolutely screwed up the comms of the Epstein files, we just did. But do I think the reason we screwed up the comms is because we were trying to hide something? No. I think the reason we screwed up the comms of the Epstein files is one,
I mean, I watched this and I thought,
is that all we're going to watch on it?
Yeah, he just rambles on. He just starts. Anytime you hear a fucking politician avoid answering the question they were asked and then ask themselves another much simpler question and then answer it, it's you're wasting your time, in my opinion. But for this chucklehead to sit there and almost say kudos to Joe Rogan for clarifying his question in a way that made it actually almost a reasonable question. He came close to asking a question that a real citizen that didn't work for the CIA would ask with the follow-up. But that's a guy who, J.D. Vance was in the Marine Corps. He went to Yale Law School. He was a senator. He wrote a book. He had a Netflix special, and he's been the vice president of the United States of America. But he doesn't understand what the meathead Joe Rogan is asking regarding the Epstein blackmail operations function within the federal government. What do you mean? With all of that lifetime of experience, Joe Rogan just asked a question that was too complicated for the vice president to understand there. He had to take him, what do you mean that Jeffrey Epstein is blackmailing potentially Donald Trump? What do you mean? I mean, can you fucking believe that this is accepted? And I think people aren't outraged about this. I didn't even watch that whole video. You know what I mean? I couldn't watch that whole interview either. I just opened up the transcript, searched through for Epstein, and then listened to the portions around that and disregarded the rest because that guy, J.D. Vance, is the most CIA resume I've ever read that didn't have CIA on it. I mean, a military journalist in the Marine Corps, Yale. I mean, come on, Yale.
Maybe.
Yeah, of course. And then a senator, and then an embarrassing book and Netflix special. I mean, the guy is fucking. It's like he's like the poster child for the CIA, except for having never overtly been recruited by the CIA. But besides all that, I mean, he's got a fucking law degree from Yale, and he barely even could come up with the word blackmail. It's like he had to put it together. He was like, "Oh, what's it called again?" So can't even think. It's such an abstract concept for him. I guess he's so.
Say that Trump is blackmail. I mean, he's not.
Weird.
Trust me, bro. Like,
Right.
come on, dude. I mean,
some people say that JD Vance's wife is not a spy for Prime Minister Modi of India. Some people say that.
some people.
You know what I'm saying? Some people say that he doesn't work for the CIA. Some people say that he's not a traitor. Some people say that he is an intelligent guy. Some people say that he's a stand-up guy. Some people say that JD Vance is the best vice president since Kamala Harris. These are things that some people say.
They do. They say these things, and
Right.
as I told you guys, JD Vance, I think it might be Biscuit's favorite out of them.
I will tell you one thing about JD Vance that is, I think, better than any vice president we've ever had, and it's that one YouTube channel that makes the memes of JD Vance being fat, doing other things like dancing and things like that.
Drinking hot dog water.
Hot dog water, yes, dude, yes.
So good.
And I wish, like, if JD Vance should embrace those memes, he should carry steaming hot dog water around.
And
You
just
know what I
drink
mean?
it randomly.
Yeah.
Whenever he's on camera.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I hate maybe the most about JD Vance is how he stands up in front of the Senate, right? He's the president of the Senate. And he stands up in front of those people and just pretends over and over that none of them are traitors. You know what I'm saying? Stands there and treats them like real people for work, for a living, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Shaking their hands, and I think when you're in there, they have to refer to each other as like right honorable or something when they talk. I mean, it's
Right. Oh God, listening to them, it's just like
yeah. Which is that's another thing about the American justice system. You know what I mean? All of the judges in the United States of America are honorable, right? And if you disagree, you fucking go to jail. You better say it. You don't go into some courtroom and not respect how honorable all of these judges are, or else you'll go to prison. And that's how you know that the American judiciary is filled with honorable people, is because they have to enforce that moniker on pain of imprisonment. People might say they were honorable if they actually did their jobs, but they will definitely say that they're honorable if you put them in prison when they don't. And that works on the Senate floor. It works in the courtrooms. And I guess that's just America now.
And there's another taste of the passion that Biscuits has to continue from all angles possible, attack this and expose this and show people the reality of this. And then there'll be some people out there that'll say, but the white hats. JD Vance is a white hat, bro. He's just playing a role. They're saving the world behind the scenes, and soon the whole world will know.
Well, so at least if that's the case, then we do agree that he is pretending to be a retarded traitor right now.
There it is.
And doing a very convincing job of it.
And that's what you'll get with GG.
Bro, listen, if that's the case, you know what I mean? When the whole plan is revealed and
He still gets.
We got to bring every
what I say. He still gets to walk the plank.
Oscar. No, I was going to say they need Oscars, right?
Yes.
Because these people, Congress and everybody in the House of Representatives, they're going to dig Lindsey Graham's ass up and give him an Oscar for the role, because man, he certainly had me fooled. I mean, I would have thought Lindsey Graham didn't give a fat rat's ass about anybody in South Carolina, just from everything I ever heard him say ever in his career. That was my assessment. But what you're saying is white hats are in control, and Lindsey Graham was a triple agent.
Right, and he's not dead. He's definitely he's in Cheyenne Mountain with the real Trump, and they're hanging out with Elvis, Michael Jackson, Marilyn Monroe, Robin Williams, and they're all looking forward to saying hi to the world. JFK Jr. going to lead that charge right out into the public, and let us all know that the worst assholes that you thought were evil, like Lindsey Graham, were actually white hats saving the world and exposing how evil the real evil people are.
Well, they took it too far. They took it too far. Because I tell you, it's going to be like, you know how like if you leave a cat for a long ass time, like if you normally are only gone for like 8 hours, and then you go, you got to go do some work for the CIA in Tijuana, and then you come back 2 months later. You'd think that your cat is happy to see you, but instead they're like, you were gone too long. Fuck you, man. You know what I mean? I don't even want to fucking see you. I know you're alive now. Don't even come near me. Don't touch me. That's how I'm going to be when the white hats reveal everything. I'll be like, y'all took too long, man. Fuck
you. You fucked this shit up. Fuck your script. Fuck the way that you did it.
Took too long. I'm not even happy to see you anymore.
Get that Oscar at the end of the plank.
Yeah. Take your fucking Oscar. You did good. You totally acted, bro. Now I don't see. That's the thing. Now you can't even trust them. You know what I mean? They're too
exactly. That's where it got to a point. It got to a point where like I don't. If Trump, if any of these guys were actually fucking playing a role to expose like the corruption from their character's perspective or whatever, y'all fucked up. Because like you come around and say, okay, now we're gonna tell you the truth. Go fuck yourself forever.
Yeah.
All of you also walk the plank.
Yeah, no one could ever tell the truth anymore. You got to prove it. You got to put on a real show.
Right.
Build a gallows, get some ropes, live stream that shit. Corpses, DNA tests, museums. I mean, the burden of proof on the federal government is so high. You know what I'm saying? They can't. No one can trust anything that they say.
Yep. And that's
Have you ever been to Iran? Me neither. I don't even know if it exists.
I don't even know it's a real place.
We might have blown that shit up in the 80s, bro.
I have no idea.
They might have been completely wiped off the map in the 1980s, and we wouldn't even fucking know.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole nuclear exclusion zone around Chernobyl is like the nicest state park in Europe. That place was supposed to be wiped off the face of the map. I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you, dude. We're only middle-aged, and yet we got a Biscuits angry man, old man rant going on here that is epic.
When the government tells me a foreign country exists, I gotta go check my passport, and if there's not a stamp in there for it, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
And that, my friends, is what you get. And to GG Co Studio we go. This was technically the second live that we've done here on GG Co Studios. Thank you all for being here. Or studio, because it's one studio. It is one massive operation run by these two handsome gentlemen that I hear are also being depicted in crocheted dolls that are being spread around like crazy. So thank you all for being here. If you didn't get your pass, you better get over to the GG Co Studio YouTube and grab that link and get in there and check out the website. If you don't like it, talk some shit. We don't give a fuck, but you'll at least get a chance to see if you like it or not. And this is just the beginning. Thank you all for everybody that is supporting this shit. And it's going to grow and it's going to be the shit. So, yes, deploy the dolls and then we'll take care of everything else. There's a secret plan going on with that as well. And it doesn't involve any white hats. Anyways,
No hats whatsoever. You gotta remove your hat.
Biscuits, you got one more angry man rant to
I'll just say no hats allowed. No tiny hats, no white hats, no black hats. Just remove your hat. No top hats. Nothing.
Nothing. Remove your hats.
Right.
GG motherfuckers. We're out. Peace.
Good night, everyone.